I don't know about you, but I find that there are two different sorts of Shabbats that I experience in my life. There's the kind of Shabbat that comes along at the end of a busy project. You've had a busy week, you've really achieved something, and you reach Shabbat and you can rest having achieved your goal. And then there's the Shabbat that comes along in the middle of something important. You're working hard on something and Shabbat comes and you just kind of have to stop anyway. You just have to down tools and pick it up again once Shabbat's over. And indeed in the Torah there's a few different kinds of Shabbats as well. There are two different versions of the Ten Commandments, each of which has a commandment to observe Shabbat. It says in Exodus that you should keep Shabbat because God made the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh day. And that's the Shabbat of when you've achieved a big project and you've reached the end. And it says in Deuteronomy that you should observe Shabbat because you were slaves and now you're free. And to me that speaks to the kind of Shabbat when you're in the middle of doing things. You're working, and then you take a break. This week's parasha of Vayakhel also starts with an instruction to observe Shabbat. And it's an instruction to observe Shabbat that comes in the middle. It's in the middle of talking about the building of the Mishkan. The Torah stops twice to tell us to keep Shabbat. It does it in this morning's parasha of Ki Tisa. It does it in next week's parasha of Vayakhel. And I think it's important to remember that Shabbat doesn't always come when it's convenient. That Shabbat doesn't always come when we're ready for it. Shabbat sometimes comes when we're in the middle of something incredibly important, perhaps something incredibly holy, like building the Mishkan. But unless someone's life is on the line, Shabbat is supposed to win anyway. Part of the value of Shabbat is recognizing that we don't have to earn rest. Sometimes you feel like you need to earn your rest by working hard, by accomplishing something, entitles you to then rest afterwards. But Shabbat isn't like that. We don't earn Shabbat through productivity. Rest comes whether we are ready for it or not, whether we have done the work or not. Shabbat comes and the rest comes. And we deserve that rest because we're human. We deserve that rest because we deserve to have time to ourselves, to be with our loved ones, time to devote ourselves to be closer to God.